Welcome to the show, Aiden Kent. You are a singer and entertainer, but best known as the singing Cabbie. Your experience includes an infamous London black cab with a starlight roof. You're in fact doing the show from there right now. Red leather seats and champagne. You've appeared on the London Palladium with the Jack Pack and had such stars as Kemp and Elaine actually ride in your cab. There's a ton of stuff to talk about with you. Thank you so much for joining us, and please do tell us more.
Yeah, I've been a cab driver for about sort of 32 years, and about 20 years ago, a guy left a wallet of CDs in the cab. I wasn't singing then. I was just an ordinary black cab driver.
Yeah.
And anyway, this guy left a wallet of CDs in the cab. Couldn't trace the guy. Lost Property rang me and said, "Look, these are yours now." He had about 100 CDs in this wallet, you know, and all eclectic music, you know, rock, pop, soul, you name it. He had it in this wallet. But the first two CDs were Frank Sinatra's greatest hits, and I wasn't brought up in Sinatra. It wasn't my thing.
Okay, right.
Anyway, I thought I'd just give it a go, and I put the CD into the CD player, and it changed my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. So you do Tony Bennett too, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't. The thing is, guy, I don't impersonate because I don't like to. For one part, and the second part is these guys are so fantastic that trying to sort of imitate them would, you know, it just, you know, you're just digging a hole for yourself, you know, and it would get bigger and bigger. So I take their sort of mannerisms or, you know, the phrasing, and to a certain extent, but hopefully you can hear my own voice when it comes through, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Tony Bennett's daughter is a dear friend of mine.
Oh, okay. Brilliant.
She introduced me to her dad on his 80th birthday.
I went to see him at the Royal Albert Hall, and I just couldn't believe it. He was just amazing, and he just had he had a 4-piece band with him.
Yeah.
And because he's got that jazz influence, of course, and, you know, I was brought up on Sinatra and Bobby Darin and you know, Victor Moan and Matt Monroe, all these sort of pop swing singers, but Bennett's sort of a league on his own. But yeah, he did wonderful. Yeah. There was one point at the Albert Hall where I went to see him in London, and he put the mic down and just sang, you know, and it just covered the whole auditorium, and yeah, you know, he didn't drop a note, but yeah, I mean, just fantastic there. And the music, I think it's been channeling down to the younger kids. You know, it does go through stages of, you know, one minute it's up there, next minute it's not so up there, but it's never going to go away. And of course, you've got the great writers. You've got, you know, Sammy Cahn, Jimmy Van Heusen used to write for Sinatra, did a lot of Sinatra hits, but Irving Berlin, Rodgers and Hart, Cole Porter, of course. You know, you've got, it's just wonderful lyrics and great melodies, and so the music will never die. That's for sure. Yeah.
What cracked me up at the end of every song, he goes, every song.
Yeah. He's got some very, his mannerisms are very cute in a way. Yeah, they're like that one, and the way he holds his mic, he's got that. He's got a wrap-around sort of fist on the mic, which is
right.
Yeah,
you know,
but it's just little things like that. And he wasn't particularly, you know, he wasn't a song and dance man, was he? He just sort of out came that voice, and that was enough.
The best story she told me about her dad is like, he always wears a suit on the plane, because one time the plane was late and he was ready to go on the stage, and he had his tennis shoes on, right? And he had to go up there and perform in the seat. They lost his clothes, and he had to go up on stage. He said, "I'll never do that again." So every time he wears a suit. Now, have you put together any records?
I've done a couple of CDs, but I'm not happy with them, and I don't sell them. But I'm going to do next year. I'm going to just do. There's a fantastic pianist I'm going to pal up with them. We're going to we're going to just me and the pianist, and we're going to do some great songs.
Okay, that sounds great, Tom.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking at the different things that this experience has taken you down the road of, and it's you've done a fair amount of traveling with it as well, gone to Vegas, I understand, and all sorts of places. What's the strangest request, maybe, I suppose, and sort of furthest afield this has taken you?
Oh, right, gosh. Of course, people get in the cab and they see the cab, you can't really get a good visual on it, but there's a little hole in the floor, and I put a pole in there, and I put an ice bucket and the champagne in there.
Yeah.
So people who book me, if they're booking me for their wives or husbands, girlfriends, blah blah blah, mother, the surprise is the great thing. They get in the cab and they see the champagne, they see the beautiful. It's like a little theatre in the back, and then of course, I've got speakers, and I got a little mic here.
Yeah.
So, and then they say, fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. So I just, and then they're so surprised, at the gift, if you like. So, it's great. But as a sort of an answer to your question, I did have a girl come out of the Savoy once, and she was so happy, and she was brandishing her engagement ring at me because she'd just got engaged, and her fella was with her. And she said, "Look, I've just got engaged. I'm so happy. And I said, "Well, I've got to sing you a song." And she was over the moon, and I sang at her wedding. Went over to Vegas and sang at her wedding.
Oh, fantastic!
And with a big band and everything. So that was incredible. Yeah.
That's a cool perk. Listen, man, thank you so much for taking the time to come on.
Thank you for bearing with me, and that was so. We'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
What we're going to do it again.
Absolutely.
Tom's going to get all your information. We're going to stay in touch with you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Sky. Appreciate it.
Just for our viewers' sake, just want to know any kind of social media or website information you've got, so people can go and see what you're up to.
Yes, Tom, it's singing, all the W's, singingcabbie.com. And there's another little thing I do called the Cabba Abba trip. But if you go to the easiest one, singingcabbie, all one word, .com, and there's lots of little videos there and fun stuff that I've done with Elaine Page and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thanks, Aiden.
Cheers, guys. Take
care.
If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency facing our humanity.
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.